Everyone laughed when Dad's will said I inherited nothing of value until they needed what I got. The reading started exactly how my siblings wanted it to. To my eldest son, Steven, I leave $4 million and the Manhattan penthouse. Steven fist pumped like he'd won the lottery, which I guess he had. To my daughter, Diana, I leave $4 million and the entire art collection. She was already Googling yacht prices. To my son, Paul, I leave $4 million in my investment portfolio. Paul whispered, yes, and high-fived Steven. To my youngest son, Marcus, I leave the contents of storage unit 47B, which contains nothing of monetary value. The room exploded in laughter. Diana actually snorted champagne. Nothing of monetary value? Oh my God, Dad had jokes. Paul slapped my shoulder. Hey, maybe it's full of his old golf clubs. Those might be worth 20 bucks, but I noticed something they didn't. The lawyer's hands were trembling as he folded the will, and there was one more envelope with my name on it. Can I see the key? I asked. More laughter. Steven pulled out his phone to record. This is too good. Marcus opening his inheritance of nothing. The lawyer handed me a small key and the envelope. Your father insisted you read this privately. Probably an apology letter, Diana shrieked. Sorry you were born last? I pocketed both and stood up. 3 years of being Dad's sole caregiver during cancer. 3 years of running the family construction empire while they partied in Europe, and I got nothing of value. Wait, Paul called out, suddenly serious. We need you to keep running the company. We'll pay you a salary. 65K, Steven added. That's generous for someone with no ownership. Very generous, Diana agreed. Considering you just inherited nothing. I walked out without a word. That night, I opened envelope first. Dad's handwriting shakier than I remembered. Son, they think value only means money. Check the unit, then wait for them to call. Dad storage unit 47B was stuffed with filing cabinets, old ones from the 1970s. I opened the first drawer and my heart stopped. Every original contract, every patent, every client relationship agreement, every single document that proved ownership of anything in our company. But that wasn't the kicker. Second cabinet had documents from our company's founding, including one my siblings didn't know existed, the founder's agreement. It stated clearly, physical possession of these original documents constitutes controlling interest. Dad hadn't updated it in 50 years. Neither had his lawyers. It was still legally binding. The calls started Tuesday morning. Marcus! Steven's voice was pure panic. The lawyers can't find any original documents. The bank won't process our ownership transfer without them. That's weird, I said. Have you checked the office? Of course we checked. Where are they? I don't know. I just inherited nothing of value, remember? Diana called next, crying. The client contracts. We need the originals for the merger meeting. It's worth 50 million. Sounds important. Marcus, please. Where would Dad keep them? No idea. Maybe ask someone who inherited something valuable? Paul tried a different approach. I'll buy whatever's in your storage unit. 100K cash. It's nothing of value. You said so yourself. 200K. Can't sell nothing. The final call was all three. Desperate. We know you have them. Have what? The documents. Oh, those. Yeah, they were in my worthless inheritance. We'll sue you. For what? Inheriting what Dad left me? Besides, I smiled. According to the founder's agreement, I own the company now. Dead silence. That's not possible. Physical possession of original documents constitutes controlling interest. Page 1, paragraph 1. Dad never updated it. We'll give you 25%. I already have 100%. This isn't fair. We're his children too. Then you should have acted like it when he was dying. Now they work for me. Steven in shipping, Diana in customer service, Paul in accounting, 65,000 a year each. That's generous, I remind them monthly. For people who inherited millions but somehow need jobs. The best part? Dad knew exactly what he was doing. The will said nothing of monetary value because the documents themselves were worthless paper. It was the power they represented that was priceless. Last week, I found one more note in the bottom drawer. They measured everything in dollars. You measured it in love. That's why you got the only inheritance that mattered. Dad, I framed it right next to the founder's agreement in my CEO office.